What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan has shortened the quarantine for domestic cases from 10 days to just 3 days. The announcement on Monday comes as the nation reports 5,108 domestic COVID cases. Jaime Ocon reports on how the country is shifting its policies toward living with COVID.
As many countries around the world are returning to a somewhat normal life, Taiwan is in the midst of its largest wave of COVID infections. Yet, Taiwanese officials are set to push ahead with plans to ease quarantine restrictions from 10 days to 3 days for those who come in contact with an infected person. And they'll be free to leave on the 4th day if a rapid test shows a negative result.
快筛阴性可外出工作、采买生活的必需品。那外出全程佩戴口罩。那禁止下面的行为，就餐厅内的用餐、聚餐、聚会，前往人潮拥挤场所，与不特定的对象接触。境外移入的这一方面，它的检疫仍然维持是10+7。那这当然在居家检疫这样，当然未来也是会渐次的放松。不过在这一波疫情刚刚开始的时候，我们还是要严密的监测在国外的变异株的情况。
But people are already struggling to find rapid test kits. They're sold out in many pharmacies across the country.
其实现在都买不到，因为小朋友他们公司要用，那都买不到啊。所以想说刚好这里，昨天看到新闻好像说可以，这里有，我就来买了。
This comes as Taiwan reported over 5,000 new domestic cases on Sunday, 99% of whom are showing mild to no symptoms. Taiwan has a high vaccination rate. Of a population of 23 million, 84% have had their first dose of a COVID vaccine, and almost 80% have had 2 doses. More than 57% have also had a booster shot. But officials are still urging vaccination. Over the weekend, Taiwan received more than 200,000 Moderna vaccines as it signed a deal with the company to secure 35 million doses over the next 2 years. Clinics like this one in central Taiwan are seeing long lines of people waiting for a jab.
前面大概50-60个都是大概昨天晚上在这边过夜，基本上有就打这样是没错啦。
With cases expected to rise, officials here hope to better manage transmission and work towards a point where Taiwan can live with the virus. Rick E. and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
This coming weekend is a long Labor Day holiday in Taiwan, but it's shaping up to be a transportation headache for many would-be travelers. The labor union of the Taiwan Railways Administration is going on strike. Erika Liu reports.
An apology letter on the Taiwan Railways Administration website. TRA Director General Du Wei says there will be no train services on Labor Day this Sunday, as the rail system's labor union is going on strike. They are protesting plans to turn the TRA from a government agency into a state-owned company.
因为现阶段工会他们的诉求只有一个，就是要撤回。那在这个时间点，在民众需要交通服务的时候，那我们的这个工会去主张依法来休假，那这部分我们只能说内部持续在沟通。
The corporatization is meant to address the TRA's over $14 billion in debt, as well as safety concerns following 2 deadly train accidents in 2018 and 2021. The union says it doesn't oppose the plan itself, but they're protesting how workers weren't consulted.
他们好像打悲情牌，这样就是认为说工会好像不愿意沟通，决定要休假。但实际状况是，他们根本没有好好跟工会还有员工说明。如果连这个最基本的说明都不愿意做的话，那就是也没办法，我们要做这样的活动。
Hundreds of thousands of passengers will be affected by the shutdown.
本来是要30到2号嘛，那虽然它停的是5·1，但是也是怕有什么意外，所以就取消了。对我们来说会不方便，但是就是尊重。
如果是不能做，就干脆大家就不要出去这样。有的不太方便啊，有时候坐客运什么可以，有时候不太方便。
The TRA is planning to provide alternate transport for travelers, but these are expected to increase travel time significantly. Asnaya Zhou and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
The United States says it will give more than $713 million to Ukraine and other nearby countries that are concerned about further Russian aggression. That's the latest from Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who was speaking in Poland. During his remarks, Blinken praised the country, saying it is succeeding as it battles the Russian invasion. The United States top diplomat traveled with Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin to visit Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky in a highly secretive trip to Kyiv over the weekend. The meeting lasted 3 hours and was the first official U.S. visit since the war began. Speaking at the Polish border with Ukraine after the trip, Blinken said the U.S. was committed to supporting Ukraine.
The strategy that we've put in place, massive support for Ukraine, massive pressure against Russia, solidarity with more than 30 countries engaged in these efforts, is having real results. And we're seeing that when it comes to Russia's war aims, Russia is failing, Ukraine is succeeding.
The pledge for more help from the U.S. came as Russia continued its offensives in eastern and southern Ukraine over the Orthodox Easter weekend. Rick Glauert reports.
This is footage from the garrison at Azovstal steel plant, the last holdout of Ukrainian forces in the besieged port city of Mariupol. In this underground bunker, families, including children, spent their Orthodox Easter weekend sheltering from Russian bombs. Many have spent weeks here.
Чтобы мы отсюда вышли, увидеть солнце наконец, потому что мы уже здесь как 2 месяца сидим и хочется увидеть солнце. Потому что тут включают свет иногда и включают, а на улице, чтобы когда построят наши дома, то мы можем жить спокойно. Уж лучше победить Украину, потому что Украина – это наш родной дом.
In Mariupol, some residents braved Russian shelling to attend an Easter service in a bombed-out church.
Да, очень ждали. Слава Богу, дожили до Пасхи.
Какие надежды у вас в Пасхе?
Надежда на Бога, надежда на мир, на лучшую жизнь для детей.
Щоб був він усім, хто споживає його на спасіння душі.
Across the countries, Ukrainians came out to worship at Easter. Showing resilience 60 days into this war, but also undoubtedly praying for peace. James Rayner and Rick Glauert for TaiwanPlus.
French President Emmanuel Macron has won a second term after a tense runoff against far-right candidate Marine Le Pen. Macron won by 58.5% to Le Pen's 41.5% in the head-to-head second-round vote. Turnout was lower than 5 years ago, with an estimated 28% of voters staying home. That's a record number. Despite her defeat, Le Pen held the far-right's highest share of the vote in a presidential election. More than 12 million people voted for her National Rally Party. The centrist Macron acknowledged many people voted for him in order to block a Le Pen presidency. He promised to work for them and for those who voted for his opponent.
Et je sais que pour nombre de nos compatriotes qui ont choisi aujourd'hui l'extrême droite, la colère et les désaccords qui les ont conduits à voter pour ce projet doivent aussi trouver une réponse. Ce sera ma responsabilité et celle de ceux qui m'entourent. Cette ère nouvelle ne sera pas la continuité du quinquennat qui s'achève, mais l'invention collective d'une méthode refondée pour 5 années de mieux, au service de notre pays, de notre jeunesse.
Taiwan's men's archery team has taken gold in the first round of this year's Archery World Cup. Taiwan beat Italy 6-0 in the final, held in the Turkish city of Antalya on Sunday. The 2022 Archery World Cup is held over 5 stages. The next round is in South Korea in May, and the final stage set to take place in Mexico in October. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today, we'll leave you with images of Rio's elite samba schools shining at Brazil's carnival. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.